Hey everyone, this is 13 weather meteorologist Sean Ash here. Friday afternoon before the winter storm arrives over the weekend, want to take some time here to kind of walk through the latest, help you prepare for the weekend, and then of course give you the latest local impacts and how much snowfall we're expecting. I'm going to run down a few of the bullet points here for you with this particular situation today. And Saturday morning, it's the bitter cold. That's the weather story. That's our weather impact. Now, the heaviest snow locally with this storm for us, and really the true teeth of the storm, if you will, for us here is going to be on Sunday. That's when we'll have our most dangerous travel conditions. With that said, there's going to be a little caveat that some of this snowfall that we have around on Saturday afternoon, evening, will make the road slick. Keep in mind how cold we are now, how cold we'll be during the event. It will only take a little snow to make for some slow travel. And this is all going to be followed up by a string of more bitter cold. That is going to make the snow cleanup much longer, especially in rural areas. And then we're going to throw on some wind and some blowing and drifting with this as well. Okay, let's get into this afternoon. Speaking of wind, and this was expected, 10 to nearly 20 below on wind chills now that Arctic front is well to the south of us. Temperatures are going to hover in the single digits for the better part of the afternoon. This is the winter storm warning. We told you the watch would eventually become a warning, and now that is in place. Noon Saturday until 7 a.m. Monday morning, expanding the time on the watch due to lingering effects of blowing and drifting, and again, the bitter cold that we'll have going into Monday morning. This is such a massive storm system. It really is impressive just how much of the country east of the Rockies impacted by this. We've got extreme cold to the northwest. There's the winter storm warnings. And as we expand and dive to the south, we've got a slew of ice storm warnings as well. And look at the state of Texas. So these winter storm warnings go all the way back out to parts of New Mexico, and we're covering over 2,000 miles of winter storm warnings from New England to New Mexico here, and from south to the Gulf Coast, all the way here into central Indiana for the winter storm portion, where we still have the extreme cold that's going on to the northwest here. All right. So let's show you how this plays out as we move forward in one heck of a heavy snow footprint with this system from the panhandle of Texas all the way to New England. And we're going to be in the crosshairs of this as well as we move through the weekend. All right, so speaking of the weekend, I want to start with Saturday. Tens of thousands of you will be down at Memorial Stadium for the IU Football Championship celebration. It runs from 1 to 1:30. I know a lot of you are going to be down there before, and you may be hanging around after. I want to talk about after. I don't envision you're going to have an issue getting there. Roads should be dry. It's going to be cold. Wind chills are going to be sub-zero during the event. It's fair game in Bloomington by as early as 2 o'clock that you could start to get some flakes of snow flying here. And although I don't think it's going to be crazy heavy, as I mentioned, just because of how cold the ground is, it will only take a little bit of snowfall to make it slick. Now, if you were thinking about, I'm going to stay, if you're driving from wherever you're coming from in Indiana or wherever you're coming from to go to the celebration, you're thinking about maybe staying in Bloomington and head back home Sunday. Sunday's going to be the worst of this storm in terms of travel weather for us. Just know that, all right? So Saturday afternoon from southwest to northeast, we'll start to see an expansion of this first wave of snowfall. It may be heavier along the Ohio River. We don't need heavy snow, however, to cause the roads to become slow. So if you're traveling to the Purdue-Illinois game, or maybe you're going to the Indy Ignite home opener in Fishers, just know you may have to add some extra travel time getting to those places. By late Saturday evening, close to midnight, there may be a lull in the precipitation, and a lot of people may say, what the heck, where's this storm you're talking about? I want you to know that, again, the bulk of our snow accumulation, the heaviest accumulation, is going to be on Sunday. Doesn't mean that we're not going to have slick roads Saturday evening. It's just the worst of the heaviest snow comes on Sunday. And by the time you wake up Sunday morning, we're going to be in it. And Sunday, it is going to snow from start to finish. And at times, we are going to have moderate to heavy snow rates, especially the farther south you go and the closer you get to what looks to be a layer of sleet. Just north of that sleet band is where we can get some of our heaviest snow totals, and that's why we've been circling the southern part of the state, Bloomington, Columbus, toward the Ohio River, for a high chance of double-digit totals. But even if we don't hit double digits here in the metro area, we are going to have high impact on the roadways tomorrow, or Sunday, I should say. Okay, road conditions are going to deteriorate quickly, and then as we go into the afternoon, midday afternoon, again, we're still talking temperatures that are in the teens and just a steady snow here, just a flat-out steady snow. Those darker shades of blue, we'll get those heavier snow bursts. And then as we go into Sunday evening, the rates will ease, but we're still in snow. We're still in temperatures in the teens. We're going to get a north wind. Blowing and drifting will be an issue. So, we got a north wind, so those east-west roads are going to be impacted the most. And then after midnight Sunday and before we get into, say, 6 or 7, most of the snow will start to wrap up, though we may still have a little bit of lake effect. However, Monday morning, the roads are still going to be very messy. This snow cleanup is going to be very slow due to the nature of the cold air in its wake. And the treatment of the roads is going to be less effective because of the cold temperatures. And speaking of cold, many areas likely will be below zero by Monday morning. If not, eventually we'll get there, and those wind chills are going to be harsh. I would expect on Monday we are going to have a massive number of school cancellations and delays. So we may want to start thinking about those child care plans for Monday. So here's our map. Based on the duration of snowfall, Matt correctly this morning during sunrise, bumped up our low and high number by a couple of inches. So a large area is going to get in this 8 to 12 inch range. Now, double-digit snow totals in Indianapolis don't happen often on a given day. We've had 8 days on record with 10 inches or more of snowfall. The last was back in March of 2018. We had one in that real nasty storm of January 2014. Again, if we don't get to 10 inches, it doesn't mean we're going to have a day at the beach here on Sunday. It's going to be very dangerous on the travel here. Southern Indiana, you get from Vincennes to Bedford down toward the Ohio River, likely will have the highest totals with the storm. Now, this map could change a little bit. We're going to continue to look over data and could have some adjustments in the next 24 hours, but our state's going to have an impressive storm between, again, Saturday evening and early Monday morning. So for Sunday, I don't really like the yellow where it says minor impacts. We're still going to have snow in the northern third of the state, and the roads are going to be very slow. Travel is going to be very slow, even in northern Indiana. Now, travel over that southern part of the state, much worse. That's where I think major impacts applies. I don't know if I really buy into the moderate labeling here. I would call it snow-covered roadways and some dangerous travel conditions through the central part of the state. Bottom line, high impact winter storm, the way we cut it. I'm going to give you a few more of the headlines just so you can kind of see again. We'll go over this. So again, just kind of pounding home that Saturday morning, dry, bitterly cold. Wind chills are the story Saturday morning. Ballpark metro 3 to 6. Snow arrives. I mentioned don't be surprised if we get a little lull and think that the storm's not going to happen. It's that second upper disturbance is going to be the main game for us, and that will be on Sunday. Steadiest and heaviest and the worst of the travel conditions, the bulk of our accumulation. And then Monday, we'll have that lingering snowfall here early in the morning, and then we've got the blowing and drifting to go with this as well. Pretty harsh 7-day forecast. Multiple weather impact alert days, and even as we go into, once we get the deep snow and then you start to lighten up the wind and clear out the sky, overnight lows will drop like a rock. So we are going to have multiple mornings, and we'll kind of dive into some of the numbers and have an updated 7-day later, but we're going to have multiple mornings where the wind chill is going to be below zero. So buckle up. You still got time. You still got time, even on Saturday. As long as you just give yourself some extra travel time to get to your spot here, you can get around on Saturday. But the road conditions will start to get more and more slick as we get late afternoon into the evening. And then Sunday is just going to be a really nasty travel day here in central Indiana. We will have team coverage all weekend long right here on WTHR Plus, and we will keep you updated. Stay with us and be safe out there.